The Oracle of Luna is a podcast with me, Bridget Engels, as your host. Here we have conversations with real live, present-day goddesses who are actively and courageously doing their magical work in the world. Each episode is a bewitching journey with relevant discussions on topics such as Wiccan pagan spirituality, writing, culture, magical practices, art, ritual, and the craft in its many forms.
Merry meet. Welcome to the Oracle of Luna podcast. I'm Bridget Engels, your host, and I invite you to take a guided meditation journey with the goddess Baba Yaga. This guided meditation and several others are available in my books and audiobooks, The Oracle of Luna, Meditations with the Moon Goddess, Volumes 1, 2, and 3. So now, relax, get comfortable, and go within as we connect with Baba Yaga, the Slavic Witch of the Woods, folklore character, shapeshifter, gatekeeper between the living world and the spirit world, who lives in a chicken hut in the woods and flies in the air in a magical mortar and pestle.
Sit or lay down in a quiet space. Get comfortable. Take a few deep breaths in and out. Ground and center. Release all your cares and concerns of the day and gently go within. You can light a candle or incense if you prefer. Palms facing upwards and feet on the ground, or you can lay down. Now, close your eyes. We are going on a journey with Baba Yaga. It is a crisp autumn evening. The days are getting shorter as the wheel of the year turns towards Samhain. You see yourself walking on an old forest path, deep in the mountains. The scent of decaying leaves and musty earth scents rise up from the damp forest floor. A gentle, cool breeze moves through the branches of spruce, fir, and birch. You look up and see a raven perched on a very large maple tree. It cries at you and then flies off. As you continue walking onwards, you pull your shawl a little tighter around your shoulders. All is quieting down in the woods as dusk settles in. You now smell smoke, and you follow the smoke as it leads you deeper into the dark forest. The path twists and turns and takes you to a clearing in the woods. You see large rings of red and white spotted mushrooms everywhere. As the trail narrows through the woods, the smoke thickens in the air. You stop in your tracks with what you see next. In the clearing is a curious large hut, perched on top of massive chicken legs, with a fence of bones topped with human skulls. An enormous blood-red-orange full moon rises behind the trees. You brace yourself, not knowing whether to turn back now or to seek shelter for the night at this strange hut in the woods. Part of you wants to run away. From the inside of the hut, a coarse, crackling voice shouts out, "What is it that you seek?" Frightened, you stutter your answer with your name and the reason that you have wandered into this deep forest. The voice shouts out again, "Ah, well, you better come inside then." Your hands shake as you step forward through the gate of bones that creaks open for you. The eye sockets of the fence skulls eerily light up as you step through the front door. The woman's voice shouts impatiently,
Yes, yes, come in. I haven't got all night.
You push the front door handle made of a large wild animal's jawbone and enter the hut. You see a crackling fire with a steaming cauldron on the hearth. Herbs, dried red-spotted mushrooms, and plants hang along the ceiling. Bottles of potions, tinctures, jars, and baskets of mysterious medicines sit on the counters and shelves in the corner next to a large spindle. A very old crone, with gray hair and wrinkled skin and warts on her face, looks up at you. She smokes a pipe and stares at you with her bony hands on her hips. She has one lame, bony leg. She pours some tea in a cup from the steaming cauldron on the fire and hands it to you. You gratefully take the cup in your hands and breathe in the fragrant spices and herbs and something else that you cannot quite name. The crone sits in a chair at the table near the fire and stares out of her ageless eyes at you. You look down at the surface of the tea as it swirls. For a moment, you catch a glimpse of your reflection. The old woman sits in a rocking chair next to the fire, smoking her pipe and studying you. After a while, you feel a little woozy. Something in the tea has taken effect on your mind. The old woman speaks to you.
I am Baba Yaga. Some call me the Wild Witch of the Woods, but I am so much more. Come, drink up. It is time that we go on our journey together.
Baba Yaga stands and picks up her birch broom, puts on her shawl, and then briskly hobbles out the back door of the hut. You follow her a bit wobbly as your mind becomes fuzzy. Once outside, your eyes cannot believe what they see. It is a massive mortar and pestle sitting in the center of the fairy ring of red-spotted mushrooms. The full blood-orange moon is rising above the trees now. With her bony arms, she sweeps you up and places you into the large iron mortar with her bony hands. With a push of her pestle, the magical mortar starts to spin and then fly upwards into the night sky. Baba Yaga stirs and pushes the giant mortar with her pestle, creating whirlwinds as you both go up into the night sky towards the Milky Way. The mortar flies higher and higher up over the forest and snow-capped mountain peaks and into the glittering stars towards the blood-red full moon total lunar eclipse. The Earth's shadow is starting to darken over half of the enormous moon. Baba Yaga keeps pushing her pestle, and now the giant mortar circles around the moon. You have entered a portal, a time out of time, and your senses are foggy. Your head spins and sees dreams and visions. The moon is now totally in shadow at the height of a lunar eclipse. Baba Yaga turns around and yells at you.
This is the dark side of the moon. Look closely at your visions now, dear.
The giant mortar dives into a black hole, and the old woman's eyes glow. You sense that time is standing still, even though the mortar is going at warp speed through the cosmos. Baba Yaga's loud cackle echoes in your mind. Your visions come faster as you see every full moon since you were a young girl looking up, staring into the sky, then as a young woman, then as a middle-aged woman, then as a crone woman, and then as a very holy, wise woman, gazing at the moon. All of the images of yourself rising and falling, as your unfolding years have led you to this very present moment, riding through the night sky. The mortar shoots around the moon, which illuminates the sun's reflection. Pause here for a few minutes and reflect on the symbolism of the eclipse. Try and recall all the thresholds that you have crossed through in your life and who you once were and who you have become. Gradually, the powerful visions slow down in your mind. You see Baba Yaga steering her flying mortar downwards to the earth again. You feel dizzy as you sense you have just passed through an immense and magical gateway through realms. It is a rite of passage flying through and around the lunar eclipse. Baba Yaga descends her mortar down slowly into the forest and gently lands back to the clearing behind her mystical hut. Baba Yaga steps out of the pestle and mortar and sweeps some mortar tracks away with her birch broom. She looks at you with her wrinkled smile and then lifts you out of the mortar with her bony arms. The giant chicken legs of the hut amazingly walk towards you with their clawed feet, and the ancestors' skull eye sockets glow at you. As you pass by, spiders crawl around the base of this living magical hut. The full moon is setting behind the forest, and within moments, Baba Yaga pushes you inside the hut. She stirs the embers of the hearth fire, and then she pours water into the cauldron with some herbs and waits to heat it up. You notice that this time she leaves out the red-spotted mushrooms. Baba Yaga speaks to you.
So, my dear, what did you see tonight?
You remember some of the images and visions, and you retell them to Baba Yaga. She nods and says,
Ah, very well. You have seen much, and you will see much more as the years go on. Each threshold you cross over is growth to your spirit from the old ones. Our ancestors who we carry with us also make our future self. You have done well, and you have passed through this threshold, through the land of the living, past the land of the dead, and then through the portal of transformation into the unknown world. But change is good.
She hands you another cup of hot tea from the steaming cauldron. You both sit down by the fire and rest and warm yourself from the night's journey in Baba Yaga's magical flying mortar. Soon you notice that light is streaming in the window, and it is morning. Baba Yaga is up and starts grinding some fragrant herbs and spices in the kitchen with a small mortar and pestle. She feeds the fire on her hearth with the wood. The first sun rays are filtering through the birch and spruce trees around the hut. Baba Yaga speaks to you.
Well, it's time for you to go, daughter. Here, take these herbs with you, and remember, you can always come back to my secret hut between the worlds when you need to. I will be here.
You rise up from the chair, and you take Baba Yaga's little small bag of special herbs that she places in your hands. You thank her for her wisdom and teachings. You bow to her with your hands crossed over your heart, pay your respects, and then walk outside. The first frost of the season sparkles in the early morning sunlight. You feel renewed, reborn, and you have been initiated into deep magic. You open the gate of bones. Baba Yaga appears at the front door smoking her pipe. She watches you as you leave. You walk past the red-spotted mushroom fairy rings on the mossy forest floor and find the ancient path through the same forest. You remember your night in the magical hut in the forest and flying through the air with Baba Yaga. Seal this energetic wisdom and transmission of Baba Yaga's powerful magic and energies into your mind, body, and spirit. Your future awaits. Now, when you're ready, Take a few deep breaths in and out. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, come back to present time and place and gently open your eyes. Hail Baba Yaga, and blessed be.